So the mystical experience is always happening. It's always there. I'm kind of harping on this point because it's a really, really important point to make. And once we really get it, then we can move beyond it. But this thing that I'm calling the mystical experience is this way of seeing the world, being alive, where there's no time. You're always in the moment. This is why mystics are always talking about being in the moment, because this is the place where that just happens naturally. You don't even have to try. And it's always there. I mean, you can have a mystical experience, go 20 years, and then come back and have a mystical experience, and that no time is still there, because no time has passed in this place where the concept, the idea of time just simply doesn't exist. It's always there. It's kind of like, here's kind of an analogy. Imagine you find a deep well, and you walk up to the well, and there's a bucket, and you look down in, and there's the water down inside the well, and you're like, oh, look how beautiful. And you take the bucket and you dip it down in there, and you get some of that delicious, wonderful water, and you pull it up and you have a drink. And then you're like, oh, the beautiful deep well, but you take a walk. Now you're somewhere else. Now the well is just a memory. So there you are, half a block away, a mile away, I don't know, a whole continent away, and you are just hankering after that beautiful well and the beautiful water. So what we tend to do is, here we are, we tend to start digging again where we are. And of course, I mean, you can go down deep enough, probably in most places, and eventually find some water. But if you go back to the original well and you look down in, there's the water still there, had always been there the whole time. So it's like, it's just always there. So remember our experiment where, where's your spatula? And you can kind of just access that part of you, that spatial part. See? It's always there. Very, very easy to find. Access that part of you that knows how to, drive a car. That's probably the biggest right brain activity that us modern people do. Just, you're able to just move it around, ride a bicycle, how you're able to. I mean, have you ever noticed that you cannot get on a bicycle for, a decade? Hop on it and off you go. How do you do that? How do you just know that balance spot and you're able to just do it again? Remember how hard it was to learn it in the first place? So there's something always going on. Start really trusting yourself that that's always there. So maybe you had some big spiritual experience in the past. So just sit, stop. You can't recreate it. There's no reason to recreate it, but just sit and allow the memory of that to just be there. It might not be as awesome as it was before, but it's actually better because now it's conscious. Now you're doing it on purpose. So that's why I'm kind of harping on this point. This is always available to us.